Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be making a nice keto and carnivore inspired dish. Now, to all my keto warriors out here, there's some things in this that us carnivore guys, we kind of want to avoid, but you guys are going to enjoy this. And the carnivore guys, you can substitute, you can take away some of the ingredients to make this carnivore friendly. I think you're going to love this dish. It's perfect on a nice hot summer day because it's cold. There's virtually no cooking involved, just the ground beef. Okay guys, you're gonna get your ground beef into a bowl. I've got about 2, maybe 3 pounds here, but 2 pounds will probably do for a nice large tray. Now you're gonna need a tray like this. It doesn't have to be glass, could be metal, but some sort of container. If you wanna use a smaller one, you could use less ground beef, less ingredients, but I like to use the large one. So today, we're gonna make our homemade taco seasoning. It's not fancy. Just gonna get some chili powder in there. Get lots of it. Okay, we got some chili powder, some cumin, about 2 tablespoons of cumin, some garlic powder, not a lot. About a tablespoon. We got some, we'll just throw that over the ground beef while we're here. And some salt. Now, if you're really strict carnivore, you don't have to add any of these spices. You could leave them completely blank and just have some ground beef, but it's not going to be as enjoyable. I really love the spices on my meat. I tried the salt and pepper thing for about a week, and yeah, my taste buds died on me. It just nothing really tasted right. So we're just going to stir this ground beef up here. Now this dish too, what you're going to want to do is put it in the fridge for several hours. I'm making this pretty early in the day. Right now it is 10 in the morning and we're going to eat this around 6 at night. So you want to try and have it in the fridge for about 6 hours if you can, 5-6 hours. So we're going to get the spice over it. Just shake it up, get it poured over. You could use those taco seasoning packs if you wanted to. I try to avoid them because they have this modified cornstarch and palm oils and all that. So I just like making my own. Mine doesn't taste as good because there's no sugar, but it's a hell of a lot better for you. We're just stirring that all in. Okay guys, we got our ground beef cooked and drained. We drained all the fat off of it, and now it's going to go into our container. So we're just going to push that all in there. All right. So now we just want to layer that. That's going to be our bottom layer, okay? So just smooth it down, get it flat as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to let that cool. This has to be cold. If it's too hot, there's going to be a lot of moisture and your dip's going to get soggy. So let that cool, no steam. You can throw it in the fridge if you want. All right guys, so we're going to need some sour cream, okay, whole container, and some cream cheese. Now, pro tip, you're going to want to let this sit out, get it room temperature before you start working with it. So if you can take it out, leave it outside your fridge for about an hour, it'll be much easier to mix. All right, we got our cream cheese in. And now we've got our sour cream. I'm gonna get that in there. Pour the container all in. Now, you're going to take your blender, okay? If you have a mixing bowl, that's a lot easier than blending it by hand. This is going to take a bit of time. We're just going to mash those ingredients up a bit and start mixing. So this takes some time. We don't want any lumps. No lumps allowed, okay? Make sure to take your time with it, get it smooth, taste test it if you need to. Just nothing's worse than lumpy cream cheese and sour cream mixture. Okay guys, so we've got our cream cheese, we've got our ground beef. Now we need our actual shredded cheese. So we're gonna use a whole thing of cheese. Now this thing is 400 grams, so you're going to need about 400 grams. Problem is they keep shrinking these. So I used to just use a recipe like a full brick, so I used to only use half of these. But now, I'm pretty sure they used to be 750 grams, but now they're 400 grams. So just be careful with how much you're going to need. I'm just going to throw this into my little contraption. There we go. Keep feeding it the cheese. There. Doesn't matter what kind of cheese you want to use. I'm using Gold today. You could use Marble. You could use like a Monterey Jack or a habanero cheese. I wouldn't really use mozzarella. Okay, now this is where you could keep this as carnivore as you'd like or as keto friendly as you'd like. So you keto warriors out there, if you want to sprinkle on some green onions just over top of the ground beef, that would work. Some of you guys like olives. Olives would work in this. Green pepper. Whatever your favorite taco, nacho toppings are, I would put them right here on this layer. Also, I'm going to be using some salsa today. Now, obviously, this is not carnivore friendly, tomatoes, but I make my own homemade stuff, so there's no sugar, none of that modified cornstarch. But if you are a keto warrior, go ahead and throw some salsa on if you want, as long as it fits into your macros. So I'm going to be using 2 jars of this stuff. Also, if you want to add some hot peppers, jalapenos, now's a good time to do that. But my salsa's got all that in there, so I'm just going to put that over it. You might be able to just do 1 jar. So you're just going to kind of brush it over. Nice and simple. So Once the ground beef and everything is cooled, we're gonna pour our cream cheese over top. Okay, so we've got our salsa and our ground beef. Now it's time to put the cream cheese over. Okay, now this is where we want to be a little bit delicate. Now I'm not the best at this, but you need to just smooth it over as best you can. Uh-oh. There we go. See if we can jiggle it down at all. Last but not least, we're going to take our shredded cheese and just put that all over it. That's going to do a touch-up of whatever you might have mixed in with the salsa. Just want to mix that around the best we can. There we go. You know, the last time I made this, there was still quite a bit of cheese left over and sour cream, so I'm thinking that inflation's starting to take hold and they're shrinking the ingredients, or at least the product. Okay, so behold our taco dip. Behold the taco dip. So we've got several layers of this. We've got our ground beef, our salsa, our cheese and sour cream mixture, and then our shredded cheese. You could eat this however you want. You take some lettuce, chop it up, shred it up, put it in a bowl, throw this over top, eat it like a salad. Then you've got like a taco salad. You could throw it on a wrap. You could be a real warrior and just dunk in some pork rinds and eat those with it. Nacho chips, even if you find some that are keto friendly or carnivore friendly. But yeah, this is versatile. It's perfect on a hot summer day. And I think everyone in your house is gonna love it. So give it a try and stay tuned for more videos. All right, come on guys. Even the dogs get some.